Well, as you may already know, Georgia blueberries were severely damaged from a recent freeze event, and farmers around the state are still trying to evaluate the damage. The Monitor's Mark Wildman traveled to Appling County, where some fields have hope and others seem to be a total loss.
In Baxley, Appling County Extension Agent Shane Curry is busy walking blueberry fields with growers trying to figure out just how much damage the crop has suffered. On March 16th and into the 17th, temperatures dropped into the 20s overnight and turned what was going to be one of the best blueberry crops in years into a near total loss.
In Appling County alone, we're somewhere around a $25 to $30 million loss, depending on how many varieties different farmers planted. Some varieties may make a little bit more fruit because that stage of bloom at the time the freeze occurred was not as far along to be susceptible to the cold temperatures that we had. But the vast majority of acres that we have definitely will be impacted. So a tremendous loss in our county as well as across the whole state of Georgia.
On Hoyt Altman's farm, there is still a little hope. After the freeze, he thought his crop was gone. But after further evaluation, there still may be a little life after all.
This variety is a Brightwell. It's probably, we call this the variety that's got the most antifreeze in it. But now, where it could take a 24 or 25 at the stage it was in, that's going to be hard. That's the reason we're going to have to evaluate this crop for another week and a half to 2 weeks.
As this crop is evaluated, some of the blooms look good and some do not.
I can tell you where that one's going. That one's gone. That's a zero. That's not, but that is a zero. You can carry that into the bank. It ain't gonna carry you no money.
Even if there is a crop to harvest, there is still the threat of not hitting a good market.
If this crop comes in, say the 25th of June, and we get into process, the process market ain't very good. There's a lot of process in the freezers. And so we could look at a cheap market. It's just according, if we get in before Jersey gets in.
Across the county at Miles Berry Farms, Alan Miles is looking at a total loss.
We had a crop set and forecast was supposed to be 29, 28 degrees, and we actually saw 21 degrees at approximately 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. All the blooms were frozen and just fried.
Now is the time to line up farm workers, and adjustments are going to have to be made on the number of workers brought to the farm.
We usually hire about 400 people a year. During the summer harvest season, this year we will probably do about 50 to 75.
Extension agents are working hard to help growers, but there is only so much they can do.
From my standpoint, one of the most frustrating things is no matter what, there's not a whole lot I can do about it. With disease questions, insect questions, anything that I deal with on a daily basis, I can give a recommendation, but on this, we can't change weather.
As for many blueberry growers, there is only one thing they can do at this point.
Look for next year. We do a pruning, hedging, spraying for disease, and plan for next year's crop.
In Appling County, I'm Mark Wildman for the Georgia Farm Monitor.